I'm Clark Reehm with Elite Angler Academy out here on Sam Rayburn, kind of up here on the north end, not where I'm accustomed to being, and guys are used to seeing me, but I'm out here tagging fish for the 2022 Bass Cash Bash season. You know, if you don't know, it's a program here on Sam Rayburn. They do it on Toledo Bend. I think they do it on Lake Eufaula, Alabama, and a few other lakes across the South. And it's a tagging program where we tag, 200 fish. On this lake anyways, 200 fish with $1,000 tags. There's a fish tag with a new truck, and there's a fish tag with a new boat. It's like $50 to enter, and that puts you in for that season's program. So their saying is, don't want to be that guy, meaning if you don't want to be that guy that catches one of the tagged fish that's not registered for the event, and miss out on winning a big prize. But anyway, I get asked a lot of questions. I've been doing this tagging deal for them for a couple years now, helping out. The first year I actually tagged almost all the fish on different guide trips and stuff out here on Rayburn. But I get asked a lot of questions on, did my tag pull out? I caught a fish that had a sore on its back. I think it was a tagged fish that doesn't have a tag in it anymore. How does it all work? And so I'm doing this short video right here to show you kind of, what you're looking at, and I'm going to explain the tagging process and everything else. I've got a couple fish in the box that I'm about to tag that I caught just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to go through the whole process so you can kind of see how it works, if you're not familiar with it, the tools that we use, and, see the whole thing in action. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the actual tag. It's real similar to a tag that you're going to see for clothing, and it's essentially got a little plastic T on it, as you can see right here, and it's written on there. It says Bass Cash Bash 2022 Sam Rayburn, or SR, and on the other side it's got an actual number to it, which is the number of the tag, and there's a phone number. If you call that phone number after you catch the tag, you don't actually need to keep the fish. If you clip the tag off, the number's on there. You'll have all that information to give them, to claim your prize. And you're also going to have to take a polygraph. That way, that people know that you didn't do something sketchy. Say you caught one, whatever else, saw one dead floating and picked it up, or that you weren't registered at the time you caught it. That's one of the big deals. So again, you don't want to be that guy, but it has all that information on there. And if you actually catch one of the fish that's tagged and you're not in the program, please throw it back. If not, we've got a few other extra tags that we'll replace that fish with. I know on Toledo Bend, one of the problems is a lot of people eat a lot of the fish over there, and they won't realize there's a tag on there until they get home. And then, boom, they pull out a fish from the box and to knock the sides off, and there's a tag on it. Well, anyway, that's all about the tag. This year's tags are green. In years past, they have other colors. I know the first year I tagged, they were all orange, and I think there's a bounty where you get extra prizes or money if you catch a tagged fish during the program that's from a prior year. I've never actually, when I've been eligible for it, where I didn't tag any of the fish, I've never actually caught any of the fish that were tagged. I didn't get lucky, but I have caught some tagged fish in the past, and I'll tell you about those in part 2 of this video, where I actually learned a lot of stuff from that first year of tagging. But that's enough about the tag. Now let's talk about the gun that's used. It's actually a gun, again, similar to how they would tag clothing in the store. And and it's got basically a slot, the tag goes in, and then the tags come in a whole stack of them put together, and they fit in there like a nail gun. And essentially the tag goes in, and it's got a needle on it. And I poke the needle into the back of the fish and pull the trigger, and it shoots it right underneath the scales, and that T will expand out, and it'll be stuck in the fish. And I'm going to demonstrate it here in just a few minutes. But you can see right here, I'm actually going to load this gun so you can see it in action. So right now I have a legal sized largemouth here on Sam Rayburn. It's 14-incher. This one's actually about 15 inches. It's not one of the biggest fish in the world, but they wanted fish tagged. They wanted a legal keeper's tag, whether it's be spotted bass or largemouth that were 14 inches. And one of the things that they asked me to do is they want the fish caught. They want them caught in areas of the lake that people are going to catch them. Is the only way this program works. for them and for everybody else is if they're catchable. So if I went and caught them all in 40 foot of water on a jigging spoon, it wouldn't do anybody any good. So this fish right here, what I'm actually doing is I'm going to demonstrate the tagging process. And first off, you can see right here, I'm kind of up in the bushes. So you know I'm not out there super deep. You know, this is actually on the north end of the lake. And I'm going to try and tag this fish with one hand. He's actually flopping around right now. My carpet's wet from the rain we just had. But you can see right here, I've actually got a loaded gun, and I'm going to stick, I'm trying to do it with one hand, stick that needle right in that pile of fat right by his dorsal fin. I'll pull the trigger, boom, that fish is tagged right now. And you can see I can pull pretty hard and it's not gonna come out. Now granted, if I lifted that fish and put the weight of that fish on that tag, it might pop out, but it's not gonna come out by some critter grabbing on it, by the fish rubbing on something. It is not coming out. So right now, you can see that tag is in there. The fish is none the wiser, and it's in a pile of fat, and I'm gonna release that fish right now back into Sam Rayburn for somebody to win $1,000.